Hello everyone, Suzanne Knabe-Nicole here from Police Science Doctor with your weekly dose of police science snippets. These are 3 bits of actionable pieces of information that have been established through very recently published research findings in the fields of police science, investigative psychology, evidence-based policing, forensic psychology, crime analysis, military, and all that kind of stuff. So I go through lots of published journal articles and try to find 3 that I can turn into snippets that I think are actionable, that you can apply straight away, that are very practical and hands-on. There is a whole library of 205 previous PDFs with 3 snippets each from all of the previous weeks on the Police Science Doctor website. Just Google Police Science and go to Police Science Doctor and click on the read page. If you can't access that yet, as it's password protected, all you have to do is enter your details into the form that pops up or that is at the bottom of every page. So you're on the email list, and then you will get emailed the password to access it, and you can download all the previous snippets. Also, when you're on the email list, you will get those snippets into your inbox every Tuesday with the links to the original research article. And I'm not going to spam you with anything. So just bonuses. So the first snippet for this week is about reducing youth delinquency, or the observation of it. A study conducted over 16 years found that changing routine activities in the form of declining risk routines, truancy, and alcohol consumption were the notable factors behind the declining trends in youth delinquency. Obviously, what's probably related to that is the teenage onset and versus the life course persistent one. So most teenagers will, or a proportion of teenagers will offend between the ages of 13 to 17, and then they will stop offending on their own just because they grow out of it. So this is probably why they changed their routines, and then obviously the decreased truancy and alcohol consumption then have an impact on reducing the risk of offending, is my interpretation of this. The second snippet is about trust and reporting. This study found that trust in the police does not predict willingness to report violent crime, contrary to expectations. Emotional responses to violent victimization may interfere with the usual cost-benefit analysis of reporting. Aspects such as procedural justice and the severity of the crime may be more important for cooperation with the police than outcome-based considerations. Female and older victims of violent crimes are more likely to report their victimization to the police than male and younger victims. So the link is in that in the email that I sent out, and also this and the first article actually are both open access, which means you can read the entire article and download it as a PDF. And the third and last snippet for this week is about testimony consistency. In this mock study, it was found that inconsistencies in the victim's account decreased the likelihood of rendering a guilty verdict in a rape case. Those jurors that endorse rape myths attributed less guilt to the defendant, held less favorable perceptions of the victim, and more favorable perceptions of the defendant. Okay, so nothing surprising here. We've seen this kind of research before. The problem with that is, and why I think it's very, very important, is that victim accounts of violent crime, especially traumatic crimes such as rape and sexual assault, are bound to be inconsistent because of what trauma does to memory. And that's why it's so important that we educate jurors and everyone working in the criminal justice system on normal responses to such trauma, normal responses of memory, normal responses of the brain, and that we can't expect victims to be giving chronological accounts completely consistency. That is unrealistic. If we are judging them by that, then we are going to make sure that a lot of offenders go unpunished. So very important article here. Okay, I hope there was something of there that's relevant to your role. If it isn't, of course, I can't cover something for every job that you guys have every week. But as I said, go to the previous library on the read page and just scroll through and see what is relevant to your research. Likewise, if you come across research that you think is actionable and might be relevant and should be featured on these police science snippets, please send it to me on contact@policesciencedr.com. Thank you very much for your time today, and I'll see you again next week. Bye-bye. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this content useful. You can get access to each episode's transcript with key learning points, timestamps and references if you get yourself onto my mailing list. Just go to the main website on policesciencedoctor.com, and on the bottom of each page you will find a sign-up form for notifications of new content. Just enter your first name, your preferred email address and the type of organization you work for. You will not get any spam. This is just for me to let you know about new content and for you to get access to all the transcripts.